And welcome back to the Tea with Honey podcast. Hi, Mandi.
Hello. Welcome back. Welcome
Thank
back.
you.
How are we this week? How's it going?
So much better. Honestly, okay, I feel like the last 2 Wednesdays I've come in and said that I feel gross. I feel great. I feel
Great.
fine.
That's fantastic.
I'm yawning, but
Yep.
I have to yawn at the beginning of the podcast. That's just, at this point.
Send it over to me.
At this
I need
point,
to, like-
it just happens. However, I have had a headache and have felt nasty the past 2 Wednesdays. I feel great. I'm feeling fine.
Amazing.
I woke up this morning and I was like, wait, I feel like maybe a trace of a headache. And so then I like started spiraling thinking that it was going to happen again. But it didn't. And I feel fine. So
Thank
I'm
goodness.
good. How are you?
You know, we like the tables have turned a little bit because you
Dang.
had Shark Week last week. And so I'm like a week behind you. And so I feel like your past 2 weeks are now my current 2 weeks. So I think
Yeah.
next week I'm going to be fantastic. Like thumbs up, 2 thumbs up, all is well. But I do think that week before is like really rough. And week of, I'm just like, ugh. And we were talking about this, but like it's getting worse with age. Like
yes.
the side effects of Shark Week, like
It's like
the exhaustion, the pain,
the crankiness.
What
like,
is it?
Like anything sets me off. I'm like, oh my God.
Yes. And I'm just like I don't want to have any of it. Like I don't have like that energy to like snap. So I'm just like constantly in this like perma anger and just like permanently like grumpy. You know, so otherwise a good week. I'm just like a sloth and slugging along, you know, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Complain. It is.
It'll be over.
It's going to happen
before
once
you
a
know
month for, I don't know how long
Right.
this lasts. Like, I don't know at what age this stops, but like, I just got to stay used to it. I've been used to it
we have
for
no
what,
control, unfortunately. It's going to keep
30
going.
years, 20 years, got 20 more years to go of it. So got to get over it. So, okay, good. Well, I'm so glad that you're great. I'm glad that we don't have headaches today. That's wonderful news. Wonderful news.
It is good news.
What else have you been up to?
I don't know. Nothing. It's been kind of a normal week. Streams have been good. I've been playing some Disney. I've been playing some Pokopia.
Yeah.
Last week was my husband's birthday. So we recorded and then the following day was his birthday. So we went and saw Toy Story 5 on Thursday. You did as well.
Yes.
And I kind of want to talk about that. And then we had a low country boil on Saturday, which is kind of like a tradition for us. We always do a low country boil, right around his birthday. So we did a low country boil, just the two of us. And that was fun. I don't know that. We went to a little flea market on Saturday, which was fun. It wasn't a little flea market. It was like a massive flea market where they had like, I think there was like 6 or 7 like really long buildings that were like permanent buildings that had like interior like stalls in them.
Interesting.
And so we went to that and walked around for a couple of hours and didn't really get a whole lot. I took a bunch of pictures of Pokemon cards and sent them to you because there was a lot of like binders and stuff of used cards. And then they also had a ton of sealed product. They had a ton of like booster boxes and ETBs and like blister packs and so much. But they were all like so expensive.
It's bananas. Like the prices are seriously outrageous.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Like a blister pack that's usually like $5.99 or something, MSRP was like they were charging like $13, $14, $15 for it. And it was like it was like the current set. So it's not even like it's not like it's Prismatic Evolutions or 151 or anything that they're charging a lot of money for.
$30 a pack. Yeah.
They were charging like $15 for the current set that's out that you can get at the dollar store if you catch it at the right time. So
that's bananas.
So yeah, that was it was like interesting. My husband was like, interesting to know where all the scalpers are taking their product because this is where they're taking their product and reselling it.
Yes.
So we didn't buy anything Pokemon aside from just like used singles, not used, I guess, but like single cards.
Yeah.
Miles farted in here and it smells so bad. It smells so bad. It's so heavy. Sir.
I don't know why, but like the smell of my dog's farts like do not bother me. Like
No.
I don't like them. Like
No,
I
I
don't
know.
like this smell, but
I
I
know.
kind of like enjoy them a little bit.
Listen,
you know?
sometimes, no, I get it. Sometimes this is not one of those. This is a bad one. His are getting worse with age. So anyway, flea market was fun. We didn't really get much, but we walked around and had a good time.
Great.
I'm looking for, I now want a fairy lamp. Do you know what a fairy lamp is?
Yes.
I want one.
Like this thing?
Yeah, that you put a little tea light in. Yes.
I love them.
Where do you find them other than like a thrift store?
Antique malls, but the thing is they're now scalper paradise. I
They're
got this
so
one
expensive.
a while ago for $30, but they're like the lowest I see is like 70, 80. And for the like stars and bars, those are like
They're so expensive.
50.
So there were a couple of like antique like stalls at the flea market, like permanent ones where it was just like full of crap. Yeah. Like full of glassware and stuff. So I was looking around and the lady was like, "Are you looking for something in particular?" And I was like, "Yeah, do you have any fairy lamps?" And she was like, "No. If we get fairy lamps, we sell them out immediately."
Right away.
And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then my husband goes, "Well, maybe next time you get one in, she'll text you. Like maybe she'd text you if she gets one in." And the lady goes, "No." Ew. And she was so sassy and mean. And my husband was like,
I would be like, "Okay, I'll take my business elsewhere."
So
then.
we
like,
obviously didn't buy anything from her.
Ew.
And she was like complaining to us anyway. She's like, "They're kicking me out of this flea market. They're raising the
probably
rent
because
blah,
you're
blah, blah,
rude."
blah. And she was like, and so I have to go to this other flea market, and so come visit me there. And I was like,
no, I'd be like, "I'm not following you anywhere. Good riddance.
No, thanks.
Goodbye, good riddance."
Anyway, that was really it. Flea market, Log Country Boil, Bath and Body Works. They're having their semi-annual sale right now.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you on the hunt for anything? Like a good scent?
Well, I don't really buy Bath and Body Works very often. It's not something that like we get like a candle or two around like fall season. And if I find one I like while walking around the mall, I might get it. Like, but I'm not a big like Bath and Body Works girly.
Sure.
However, I miss cucumber melon. Like I am a like melon. I love a melon scent. It's one of my favorite scents.
Yes.
And I loved cucumber melon because it was a very fresh scent. It was like melon and cucumber. It was just chef's kiss.
Sounds like cold and like refreshing. You know?
It's like it's a very like, it's a fresh scent for sure. And it was like, it's very nostalgic because it was a scent, it was like a hand lotion and like body soap and stuff that I used when I was like in 4th grade. So it's a very nostalgic, like 90s, early 2000s scent that has since been retired at Bath and Body Works. Okay. So every time I go in there, which is every few months maybe as I'm walking through the mall, I always look for cucumber melon stuff and I never see it. And one time I asked and she was like, "Yeah, it's discontinued, but sometimes we bring it back during the semi-annual sale."
Interesting.
And so someone told me this week that the semi-annual sale was happening. And so I marched my booty down to the mall and I stocked up on cucumber melon.
You got some. They had it.
I got some. Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
And look, they even put it in the retro packaging. So it's like got the old logo on it.
Yes.
So I got some lotion. I got some body soaps. I got some little like scent wall flower things.
Yeah.
But I got it. So that's exciting. I stocked up.
That's fantastic. Yeah. So you got like a year's supply worth basically is what you need to do until the next sale.
I didn't. Well, it's a semi-annual sale. So they do it 2 times a year.
So
I'd really only have to last 6 months. And so I got 3 bottles of soap.
I think that'll last you.
I don't know if it will. They're pretty small. I mean, they're this big. And I shower like twice a day.
Oh, yeah.
I shower in the morning and then I shower before bed. I rinse off before bed. I like wash my face and my body.
Yeah.
And so I like squeeze it onto a loofah. So I do go through bottles of soap pretty quickly. So
here's the thing. You're probably going to use it for the rest of summer and then get into fall and want something like different, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So I think it's perfect. Too. And then you can stock up at the next sale for spring next year and like cyclically have it available.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
There you go. That's a fun find.
Yeah, that was fun. My cucumber melon. It's a very like, I think some people absolutely despise the smell of it.
Okay.
Like I was talking about it on stream and somebody was like, people actually like cucumber melon. And I was like, yeah, I do.
I want to smell it. I have no idea what it smells like.
It's like if you smelled it, you'd be like, "Oh wow, that smells like childhood." Like I guarantee you smelled it as a kid. It was a very like popular scent back in like the 90s and 2000s. So I'm sure you've smelled it, but I think it's, you like it or you don't, and I love it.
Like I love the smell of tangerine. So any like tangerine type soap. Citrusy, yes, but like heavy on the oranges and like tangerine. Like I love that smell. I think my most nostalgic smell that I can think of is Love Spell. Remember that purple body mist? Like covered myself in that from head to toe. Love Spell all day.
Yeah, I think
there was one other that I liked too, but I don't remember what it was called.
Love Spell was really good. This was pre-Love Spell for me. So I definitely went into like a Love Spell era in like middle school, early high school. And this was more elementary. So this was pretty early. This was earlier than Love Spell for me. Love Spell, like, I think I maybe started using when I got my first bra, Other than that,
sure.
I was like,
so it was like pink.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was like embarrassing to go in, or my mom was buying a bra and I was like, this is the one thing I can get from this store. Like, I'm not going to go buy undies here. I'll get Love Spell. And that stuff, it was like,
drown yourself in it.
You're still going at that point. It's great. But okay, cool. Well, that's a fun find. I wonder what other like retro scents they have that they brought back.
They had a whole list of them. None of them were there was like Chic Day, and they had a whole list. There was probably like 8 or 9 scents that they brought back.
Interesting. It makes sense that I don't know what this smells like, because my mom is so sensitive to scents that like when we were growing up, she was always like a Dove bar of soap. Like we never had super smelly soaps because it gave her a headache, and she was like, you'll get like, you can't wash yourself with that because it's not gonna like, you'll get an infection or something. And so I don't know if I ever had like scented stuff because of that, and she's the one paying for it when I was a kid, so I probably didn't have that, but
Dang.
I want to smell it because I like the smell of like melons and fruit, but I don't know.
My mom was a Bath and Body Works girly, and she was Japanese cherry blossom. That was her scent, was the Japanese cherry blossom, and they still sell that one. Like that was a really, really popular scent, and they still sell that one. And so when I was in there the other day, I like popped open a bottle of the Japanese cherry blossom lotion, and I was like, that is my mom. Like that just smells like my mother when I was in like middle school, high school, because that was like her signature scent.
Yes. Yes.
So that made me think of her, but I get
That's a fun find. Okay. Well, I'm glad you got to the mall and actually like.
Yeah. So fill me in. How was your weekend?
Nothing. Normal. Totally normal. Over the weekend, what did I do? You went to a flea market. I went to an antique mall. I think you inspired me. And there was an anniversary sale at this antique mall that I usually go to. So I popped in. I was like mad about it. I did not want to go. So I was like, I don't feel like going. I don't feel like walking around. So let's just go quick, walk through. Don't grab stuff unless you love it. Like just go fast because it's a sale. The whole building was like 30% off. So I walked around and I actually did see some fairy lamps that I looked at. I didn't buy any because they're so pricey, and I have like one that I really like, but I should go back for you. They were all 30% off, and they had a couple. There was one gorgeous, like dusty pink one, but it was like $100 some, even though it was 30% off too. But they had a couple, and I was surprised to even see them in person. What else? I ran through there, didn't find much. I held myself accountable. There was one booth that was all Pokemon cards, but it was the same thing where it was like unopened packs that were like $15 to $20. And I was like, I'm not buying these. Absolutely not. So it was like a quick trip. I just wanted to get home. So I ran through there. What else did I do? We had brunch on Sunday. You know what I did on Sunday morning? This was really fun. I had so many strawberries. So I went out at like 6:15 in the morning to pick strawberries. And I took out my
real early. You woke up at 6:15 on a Saturday morning?
I wake up at 6, like every day. Every day. My daughter wakes me up like every morning, 6:30-ish. That's like when we're up nowadays. So I put on my rain boots and I ran outside because it was a little dewy, and I started picking strawberries so I could make a strawberry crumble for our brunch that day. And as I'm out there, like in the back of the backyard picking strawberries, I hear the like the start of our sprinklers going off. And I then have a maze to run back into my house at 6:30 in the morning. So I'm getting drenched by sprinklers. But it was really fun because I got fresh strawberries and I cut them up and I cooked them into this like strawberry crumble cobbler thing. And I had vanilla bean ice cream that I brought with, and we had it as dessert, and it was so good.
Did you go somewhere for brunch?
We went to my in-laws' house and we did our like crepe day. We always do the crepes and do a little crepe bar. So we set that up Sunday morning and then had the crumble a couple hours later. And it was really fun.
That's very cute. Yeah. Out of the garden.
Yeah, it was
making
fun.
use of the strawberries.
Right. And it was really good. So, okay. The most fun thing I did over the weekend, it was technically Monday. So my daughter's in camp this week and they're only half days. It's awful. But my brother and one of my nephews were in town too. So when I was going to pick up my daughter from camp, I brought my nephew along to surprise her. And we went out to lunch after. And the place we went to lunch was right next to a hardware store that I know carries Pokemon cards. So I'm sitting there with like my nephew, my daughter, my dad, and I'm sitting next to my dad. And I was like, let me see your phone. And he handed me his phone. And I was like, I pulled up the hardware store's website and it said like in stock, Chaos Rising single packs. And so I added as many to his cart as I could. And it was like a max of 5. Yeah. And then I hit checkout, Apple Pay, double clicked, put it in front of his face and ordered it. And I said, okay, cool. We got to go there after this. And then I took my phone out, got my Max in, and then placed an order on my phone. And so after our lunch, him and I walked over to the hardware store, picked up our packs of Pokemon cards. And he was like, what, how much did I just spend on these? And I was like, don't worry about it.
I'm surprised they like did the pickup for them. Like I feel like a lot of the times they'll be like, oh no, we don't actually have it, or they like cancel your order because they didn't actually have them in stock or something.
So it said they had like 115 in stock on the website. So I was like, let's just try it. And I got an email like a couple minutes later, your order's ready for pickup. So I was like, sweet. We walk in, they hand us our bags. It has all of our little booster packs in there. And then when we got back to my parents' house, because I was like, we can open these all together. It's going to be so much fun. Like, this is going to be the best. I called my mom because she wasn't home yet. She was on her way home. And I said, hey, we stopped at the hardware store and
I need you to stop.
Dad, I was like, Dad bought Pokemon cards and so did I. So now I need you to buy some so you can be a part of our opening session. And she was like, okay. And I was like, I think the max is like 5. So just get as many as you can.
What a good sport.
Right. So she goes, okay. And she stops at the hardware store, comes back home, and she's like, they let me buy 10. So I bought 10 packs. And I was like, okay. So we had our like 15 packs and we sat outside. We were sitting by the
20,
pool.
Right?
I bought 5. My dad bought 5. Oh yeah, we had 20. Yeah, we had. Oh my God, that terrible mental math.
No, that's okay.
Jeez, we sat by the pool and we opened Pokemon cards, and my nephew wanted to open some. My daughter wanted to open some, but they had just been swimming. So I'm like panicking at this point.
You're like, because you are not getting these wet.
Gosh. I was like, dry hands, okay? And don't touch your bathing suit. And I was getting anxious, but I was like, everyone's like, my parents are, they bought most of these. I need to chill. I need to just chill out. And so my nephew is holding the pack so tight that they're like bending as he's like pulling them out. And I was like, loosen your grip. I was like, relax. Your grip. Seriously, I was like, relax, you're bending them. And so he like adjusts his grip, and every time he's like barely holding the cards now. So every time he pulls one, like one underneath it kind of falls, or they all start sliding. And I'm like, oh my God, just chill out. Just chill out. Don't say anything. Don't say anything to anyone. And so I'm watching him like slowly.
It is a fine balance between like too tight, too loose.
Yes, it really is. I'm like, you guys. And I'm trying to teach him like, okay, take the first card out, then take the first card on the deck now and put it to the back, flip it over. And my dad's like, no. And he just flips over the whole thing, shuffles them out like a deck of cards. And then he goes, how do I pronounce these names? He's like, Matanga. And he's like, is that a good one? And then he just has them like a deck, like a playing card deck, right? And he's like, this is interesting. And he just starts throwing them on the table. And I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, these could be worth something here. And he's like missing out on these like full art cards that he's getting. He's just chucking them down. And I'm like, Dad, but here's the thing. We didn't get anything good. We didn't get out of 20 packs. We did not get anything good. This was the best card my dad got. Philippe.
Oh.
I was like, Dad, he kind of looks like you.
Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, that Philippe's a treat.
He's a treat. That was the best card he got. My nephew got like a decent card, but like some EX cards, nothing special to me at least. So it was kind of a bust, but
anything that is worth like trading for cards you do want?
No. I mean, like, yeah, these are worth like $1. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like they're not worth much. They would go in like bulk. They would have to be a bulk trade.
I would be going back to this is terrible, but like I'd be going back to Ace Hardware the next day.
No, so that's what I've held myself back from doing it. But it was funny because my dad was like, what's like the golden goose? Like, what is the card I'm looking for here? Like, what do I need to be looking for? And I was like, well, that's the problem. Like, it's very hard to find that. And so I showed him pictures of like the big chase cards from this set.
What are they?
So in Chaos Rising, they're like the big Greninja cards. There's like a gold Greninja, and then I think it's like a mega Greninja. And I don't like the cards at all. Like, I truly don't. And I've heard from people that
Greninja.
No, and Chaos Rising, from what I've heard,
I don't like Greninja, as if I know anything.
It's like a standing frog, and his tongue is like wrapped around his head as a scarf. It's not cute.
Yeah.
But Greninja in the show is one of Ash's partner Pokemon that is like really cool, honestly, and like pretty awesome. So I get the lure of him, but like not my favorite Pokemon. So anyways, I was like, Dad, are you gonna get into like Pokemon cards? Like,
is it like the Mega Greninja X?
It's like blue, and he's kind of like coming at the camera
upside down.
Yeah, I have I got two of the less fancy Greninjas. One of them is like a good trading card, but the other one is just another like EX card. So nothing like crazy of value, but I told my dad, I'm like, isn't that fun? Like, are you going to get into this with me? Are we going to start like ripping packs together? And he was like, no.
Listen, like, your parents, I feel like both of your parents are good at like getting on with the hype of things, you know?
They are.
And because Pokemon is so hard to find right now, I feel like that would make your parents like it even more.
Right. Especially my mom. My mom loves a good chase. And she's like, every time I go to Sam's Club and Costco, I look for you. And I was like, Mom, it's not like that. I was like, Mom, you have to go at like 3 a.m. Okay. They're very sweet, but I brought all my binders to the pool, and I sat there and I was like, okay, guys, you ready? I was like, sit down, pay attention. And I opened every page and I was like, this is my favorite Pokemon. This is my other favorite Pokemon. This is a card you bought me when I was a child, and it was in my childhood binder. So this was from you. And they could not have cared less. Like, they were so uninterested. They're like, this is great, sweetie. You're 32.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Like, this is really great. I'm so glad. So anyways, it was fun because it was like kind of goofy, and my dad was just so funny. He was like sitting back in his chair, leg kicked up, and he was just
flipping through the cards.
And I was like, I know you want something good. Like, I know you want to pull like the best card. And
your dad's competitive like that, where he would want to be the one that's like, I got the good card.
He is. And I wanted him specifically to know that you could get cards at the hardware store, because it's like he goes there pretty often. Yeah. So like if he sees them, I want him to buy them. Yeah. I want him to buy them. But he does this thing where he bought them. He's like, I can't wait to open my cards. Like, They're not yours. They're mine. Like, I can't wait to open my cards and see how much my cards are worth. And I'm like, buzz off.
But like, he's going to give them to you. You know he's 100%, not going to do anything with them.
1,000%. And I'm like, well, I don't even want any of these now. So
you could have kept them.
Anyways, right, exactly. So that was like the highlight of my weekend. But again, that's like when all this just, the Shark Week stuff just really got me. And I was like, I got to go home. I'm done. And, the rest of the week, I've just been trying to relax, prioritize sleeping and like resting. And that's it. That's has good. Brought me here today.
That is okay. Before we go into any other topics, let's chat about the new Pokopia event.
Yes.
Because there is a new event in Pokopia, just sticking on the Pokemon train. And we're going to get back on the Pokemon train a little bit later. But we have a new Jirachi event in Pokopia. First of all, I didn't know who Jirachi was until I played. Jirachi's cute.
He's super cute. He's super cute. Let me see. What game was Jirachi?
He's Gen 3.
Gen 3. Ruby and Sapphire. Okay. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
I never played Ruby and Sapphire. He's super cute though. I didn't realize that his little like blue tags were wish tags.
Tickets or something. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I think that's adorable.
Yeah.
So this new event, Wish Upon a Jirachi, started, I think, yesterday. So it's live now for anyone who is listening to this on Friday when the episode comes out. Do we know when it runs until or how long the event is?
I think it's until like July 7th or 8th.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So it started June 23rd and it ends in 13 days from today. It's a countdown, but it's not telling me what day. So you've got about 2 weeks. And I played it a little bit. Have you done a lot of it on stream this week?
No, I only played yesterday. I played on Tuesday, so the day that the event dropped. I like it. I like it better than the other ones. I like it better, and I also don't like it better, but I think I like it better because it's just a different mechanic, Like instead of just going to the Dream Islands and picking up as many of the items as you can, you can like go around to different Pokemon. You have to request. You give them a wish ticket. You complete their request for like furniture or food or whatever it is.
Yep.
And then they give you back a sparkling wish ticket or a shimmering or something.
Shining wish note.
A shining wish note. They give you back a shining one. And then you get to use that as currency. So like you have to craft the wish notes, then give them to Pokemon, then complete their request, and then use the shining wish notes to trade in for the items, which I just think I'm glad they switched it up because the last couple of events have been the exact same. I was assuming this one was going to be the same, and to be honest, I wasn't that excited about it because I was like, it's just going to be like the other ones, like whatever. Love that they switched it up. I think that's great. Big fan of it.
I like the items of this one the best of all. Well, I really liked the first one, like the Hoppip stuff, like the gardeny theme, but I really think these pieces of furniture are really cute. So much better than the Sableye event.
Can I tell you what they remind me of?
Yes.
They remind me of the Kiki and Lala furniture in Animal Crossing.
100%.
They look exactly the same.
Does. The little twin stars stuff. Yes, that is it. You're exactly right. It's like the exact same vibe. I love the items. I am so annoyed by the mechanic because I don't like doing requests. It's too much for me. I just want to go to a Dream Island and like get the stuff or fish it up or do something. But whenever someone in game, a Pokemon is running after me, like, hi, excuse me, can I talk to him? Like, go away. Yeah. Go. Don't speak to me. I'm not going to make you a sandwich. I'm not going to give you a couch. So I did one. And I got one piece of furniture. I got the bed, I think. And I was like, I got to wait another day because I can't do another request. That was way too much effort. And I had the couch in my pocket already.
I think I did about 12 requests yesterday when I played. Yeah. Wow. I just cruised through them. They weren't that bad. It was like simple soup, a cork board. Like it was like pretty easy stuff for me at least. So I was able to get 12 of them done. I actually have them all written down here because I used my notebook. So Venonat wanted a cork board.
Okay.
Sligo, I don't know how to say the name, wanted simple soup. Drifloon wanted a lepa salad. Gumi wanted a table setting. Vespiquen wanted a crystal fragment.
Okay.
Drillbur wanted a potato hamburger steak. Arcanine wanted a small vase. Heracross, there's a bug on my face. Heracross wanted a sturdy stick. Slowpoke wanted a potato steak. Mareep wanted a simple salad. And Lapras wanted a simple soup.
Oh my gosh.
I did all of those.
I'm so annoyed about that already. Like, I'm so annoyed. And you want to know what kind of irritates me about this event is that every Pokemon basically in an area is like, oh, what am I going to do? And they all have these little thought bubbles of like, excuse me. And I'm like, if I see one more person complaining, like, just stop. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not the week for me to do this event. Absolutely.
No, it's not.
Absolutely. It's different. I just need to have the patience and the energy to do it. And right
for
now,
sure.
I'm like, no.
And I think like for me, I was playing on stream and I was having a chill morning. I was just yapping. I was chilling. I was doing stuff. Like I had nowhere to be, nothing else to be doing. I was just viving. So I really enjoyed it.
Nice.
Because that's like the headspace I was in when I was playing it.
Sure.
You know, it wasn't like I was scrambling to like get 30 minutes of play in before bed.
Right.
It was like I had a few hours to sit and just vibe and just play. So it was, I think, a different setting.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yes, we all know this week for me is just we're not patient. Here's what we're going to do. If anyone else is feeling like me and doesn't want to do that, but wants the items, let's write this down. So you did a lot of simple soups, right? No, I'm going to mass craft all these things so I can just hand them out and be done.
Simple soups, simple salads, potato hamburger steak.
Okay.
And a lepa salad. That's the only food I did. A couple of potato hamburger steaks, a couple of simple soups, a couple of simple salads, a lepa salad. Like the items, like the meals that they want are pretty simple,
like the same.
Aside from the ones that you already use and have cooked to boost up your powers. Like the potato hamburger steak is used to, like, you should already have some of those cooked. At least I did.
Yes.
For whatever mechanic it is that they power up, whatever it is.
Graveler and like Rock Smash. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I do have those on hand, and then I'm going to make a vase, or I'll make sure I have a vase, a cork board.
Yeah. Those are the ones I've had so far.
For Arcanine, I'm going to, he wanted the vase. We'll see.
Arcanine wanted the vase.
I'll do some cooking though, like right away.
Some basic
just
cooking,
so I have some stuff. I feel like that's like the cheat code right here is write down what you need and just mass craft and hope you have the right thing and then ask people. I
also I had a vase in my storage. Like gorgeous. I just grabbed it out of my storage. I had the table setting in my storage. I had a crystal fragment in my storage. So like a lot of the stuff I already had and I just grabbed it. What I did, and I think this might help you, was I ran around and I talked to like 3 to 5 Pokemon at a time, got their orders, went to my storage facility, grabbed all 4 or 5, whatever it was, cooked it, then just went and delivered them all at once. So like I took the orders. I didn't go like one by one back and forth. I was like, okay, we're going to just write down a few of these. Grab them, deliver. So that was helpful.
Good. Take orders. I did one for Larvitar, and he said, hey, that chic sofa you've got there, I really want one near my house. And so he was like, hey, you have that in your inventory. Can you just place that for me? And so I put it down and said, give me your shiny ticket. Buddy. And then I bought my little bed and we're good. So I agree with you. I think to avoid the repetition of the same thing over and over for every event, I think it's great that they're doing something different. Aside from that, so wait a minute. Did we know about the secret reward?
No.
Okay, so I'm reading this right now online.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
There is a secret Jirachi event reward where obviously he will sell 10 unique items in the Pokemon Center, but there's one more secret reward that you can unlock during the event, and it's a shooting stars frame for your camera. So you unlock this by giving Jirachi 8 shining wish notes. So you probably already have it at this point. Yeah. So it's a frame when you take photo. I would like 8 after. Like I'm assuming after 8
them?
rounds.
Okay.
So just a fun fact, you can try to get that. And then afterwards, once you get the items, you can make Jirachi's habitat for them to move into your little world. So you need a table, a bed, a closet, and a lamp to make the surrounded by stars habitat for Jirachi to move in. And I do think it's super cute. Like I think he's super cute. So it's like fun. I was not excited about Sableye because the items were not my favorite.
Were they camping themed?
Yeah, and like crystals. Like crystals and camping. And
Have we had multiple events? We've had Hoppip.
Yes. Hoppip.
And Sableye.
Sableye and then Jirachi. Was there another one in between? There might have been another one in there too before Sableye's.
Because one of them was camping. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was before Sableye's. I don't know if there was I don't know. I wasn't that excited about that one either. I think Sableye is one of my least favorite Pokemon to ever exist. It freaks me out. So I just didn't care about that event, but this one's fun. So it's on. It's going to be on for the next 2 weeks. So get some cute items if you want to.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. It'll be good.
Me too. I've been playing a lot more this week when my daughter has been at camp. I've gotten like a couple hours here and there to play, which has been really fun. So Jirachi. Welcome to our islands.
Cute. Okay, next, I mentioned this earlier. I don't have that much to say, but we both saw Toy Story 5.
We did.
Well, I feel like it's silly to ask you how you liked it because you literally called me on your way home from the theater bawling. But like thoughts after letting it sit for a few days.
I thought it was so good. I feel like it's a must see for our generation and for like the younger generation too. Yeah. I think it's a must see for everyone. I absolutely loved the movie. I think it was great. Like I have no complaints, nothing bad to say about it. I thought it was sweet. I love the message that it gave. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I thought it was really good. And I feel like I saw Rotten Tomatoes, right? They watch movies and give them scores. Didn't they score this one the lowest of all the Toy Story movies?
Like a 91%. And the other ones have all been higher. I think like Toy Story 4 was like a 92 or 93. So it was like barely better, but better. And I'm like, I disagree.
So you liked this one more than some of the other ones?
Yes. So I really liked this one. So on Thursday, which was my husband's birthday, he got home from work and we had tickets to like a 7:30 showing of Toy Story 5. The issue being we had never seen Toy Story 4. And so we sat down on the couch as soon as he got home from work. He brought pizza home. We ate pizza on the couch and watched Toy Story 4. The second it ended, we were up, putting our shoes on, getting in the car to drive to Toy Story 5. So we did a double feature, 4 and then 5. I did not like 4. I thought 4 was way worse than 5. It didn't get a better Rotten Tomato score in my book. Now, here's the thing. 4 was like the first movie we had with Bonnie. It was like the first full Bonnie movie, right? And they were in like an antique store and like Bo Peep was there and the villain in that one was a little bit different. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. And then I really did not like the ending of number 4. And I don't know if that's just me, but I'm going to spoil it. If you haven't seen 4, I'm saying the ending right now. Woody chose to not live with the rest of the toys at Bonnie's. Like he chose to stay out in the wild and be a wild toy with Bo Peep. And they like run around and like rescue toys out of trees and stuff. But I'm like, Woody loves being like a kid's toy. Like he loves his child, you know?
Right.
So I didn't like that he chose to like leave all of the friends and just go live a life with Bo Peep. I don't know.
It doesn't seem very authentic of Woody to make that decision.
No.
Like it does. It feels like it was just for the plot and not like Woody would actually want to do this.
Right.
Like, let's think about it from his perspective. He probably wouldn't have chosen that. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I get that. I get what you're saying about not liking the ending there. So I had never seen 4 going into 5 and I was very confused when I did not see Woody at first.
And you're like, why are they calling him on a walkie-talkie?
Right. I was like, what happened that separated these guys? Like, I enjoyed that Jessie was the main character, and Buzz was very involved, but I was confused at the beginning. I didn't know. There were so many times during the movie that I just, even though I had no clue what was going on for some of it, like I was laughing, I was giggling, I was like cackling out loud, and I was like crying and like so emotionally attached to the movies. It was just, I don't know, it's so relatable. I feel like they do such a good job of making their stories so relevant and like they just hit home. Like the fact that this was about like kids not playing with toys as much because they rely on these iPads, right, and the tech and their like devices. It's so true, but I love that it highlighted not even just that, it went deeper into like the device causing like harm, not just because they're using a device, but like how talking to your friends on a device can actually be harmful because they were like bullying her. And I don't like that. To me was such a good message, and I feel that's why I feel like the younger generation needs to see it. And like, I don't know, I'm so proud of that movie because of the message that it's trying to send and portray. I do think I think I saw a stat where it was like one of the biggest box office openings or like highest grossing films.
Was it?
I need to look up the stat, but it did super, super well in the first weekend of it coming out. And I'm like, rightfully so. It was amazing. It was such a good movie. I'm trying to think. I thought it was cute having like a love story in there too. I didn't know that that was actually like a thing that they were going to do.
What, so Buzz that, like, and Jessie?
Yes. Yeah. I was like, wait, this is super cute. But it was good. Now, I also saw people saying like, well, is this like the conclusion for Bonnie or like what's happening next? And the producer, the writer of Toy Story said Andy had the perfect trilogy and they want to do the same thing for Bonnie. So I don't know what that would mean for the next movie for her.
So here are my thoughts. And this is what I was going to say was I thought 1, 2, and 3 were great. I liked 1, 2, and 3. I was an absolute blabbering baby at the end of 3, like bawling when Andy had his final play session with them and then he went off to college. Like I was a train wreck. I was crying so hard. Like them all sitting there watching Andy drive away. Oh my God. Anyway, I thought that was great.
It's really sad.
And then 4, I watched 4 and I was like, maybe they shouldn't have made a 4. And then I watched 5 and it's like, and then I before I saw 5, I was like, I don't know if they should even do another one. Like 4, I didn't really like 4. Like we had a really good thing with the 3. Maybe we should have just left it at 3. Then I saw 5 and I really liked it. So I'm like, I take that back. Like 4 wasn't my favorite, but I did really like 5. I get that, like Bonnie, like her trilogy, her having another movie, like she definitely has I think the age where she can we can still get another movie out of her, I think, with her like current age. Now, what I want to see is I want there to be more movies because I want Andy's kids to get the toys. I want Bonnie to donate all of the toys to Andy's children because I think it's like Andy's at that, like he totally could have kids, right?
He absolutely could at that point. Yes.
Like, so Andy, it's funny because my husband was going off to college the same year that Andy was going off to college. So like 2010.
Yeah.
Yes. So when Toy Story 3 came out, my husband was going to college, Andy was going to college. And then like, it's funny because that movie came out on his birthday in 2010 and then also came out on his birthday this year. So it was just a fun little like, we got to see Toy Story on 2 of your birthdays.
Sure, right.
But like, and we don't have kids yet, but like a lot of people our age do. So it just seems like it would be a really good, like if in the next, whatever, 6 years, we get another Toy Story.
Yeah.
It would line up in my opinion.
It's like, honestly, I feel like it's the perfect way to close it out. And
yes.
Like, they can't make Toy Stories forever. I'm sorry. Like, as much as we would love that, like, they can't. And I think seeing seeing Andy like and his children play with his toys together.
You want to know what I thought? I thought, you know how they all have Andy written on the bottom of their foot, or they did?
Yes.
It could be Andy, and then they could write like JR, like Andy Jr., and just like add in like the little JR and like fresh Sharpie. I don't know. It would be so cute. I know their foot say Bonnie now, but I don't know. I just think it could be so cute. So that's my hope. Is that somehow we get Andy's kids looped in.
That would be cool.
If he has kids, you know?
Absolutely. I thought when Jessie found out that her like original owner named her daughter after Jessie.
Yes.
That wrecked me. That moment just like wrecked me in the theater. So like I could see them pulling out a stop of like the children down the line get the
It'd be
toys.
like me naming a child like Winnie or Roosevelt.
Yes. 1000%. Like actually, yes.
Yeah.
I think that's the perfect way, but like I don't know what toys or trends are going to look like over the next couple of years. Could you imagine like blind boxes? It's about blind boxes, and maybe they pull like the scariest ones from blind boxes that are like these evil like
Labubu army.
Right. And they're like Lafufus, their heads fall off and like they start it's like a horror film at that point. I don't know. They're great movies. I love them.
I think they could do something like with like trends. You know how things are so trendy now? Like things are so trendy. Like Labubu's come in, and then like Squishies come in, and like there's so many like trends with toys. Like I feel like that could be a theme where it's not like where it's like maybe the next story is you love what you love, and like I love this old Woody doll because it was passed down to me.
Right.
And like you don't have to get in with like the trends just because that's what everyone else is doing, you know?
It's like a pile of Labubus. It's a pile of like whatever it is over the next couple of years, and like blind boxes in a stack. Yes, they're so creative.
All they need is us on their team. Like just get us in on the creative team. We've got you.
And I feel like Pop Mart would totally sign off on like you can have Labubus in there for sure. That honestly, those would be really funny in there. Like their little voices.
They would be.
And like their little Labubu selves just, you know, I think it'd be cute. But yeah, so it was a great movie. My popcorn was good. My snacks were good. No one sat next to me. I had the seat next to me wide open. Couldn't see a soul in the theater. It was beautiful. Totally a good experience. And
good.
I loved the message. So all in all, great movie. So glad I went to see it. And I'm glad that you guys did too for like the going to the movies on the birthday. It's super fun. Super duper fun. Okay. So aside from Toy Story, now I don't know if we want to get into our movie chats with Mr. Teddy right now. I have to talk to you about Love Island. So I don't know if we want to do that now or after
let's do
Mr.
Love
Teddy
Island. We'll wrap up the episode with him again. So, let's wrap up our topics and then we'll pull him in for the second half of the podcast.
Perfect. So we have to talk Love Island because I feel like I'm finally like, I'm in. I know last week we were like, we're done. Like we cannot watch this. It's the same thing over and over and over. Casa Amor is here and they have me hooked. They have me hooked. Yes.
Okay. Not me.
Okay.
Listen. Okay. So you were like, are you watching Love Island? I said begrudgingly. So I am watching it again. I'm back. Okay. I've been watching it. I watched the Casa Amor episode, and I thought the start of the Casa Amor episode, the whole like heart rate challenge.
Yes.
Getting the guys to do it with the Casa girls.
Yes.
The girls watching on the screen. Perfect cinema.
Amazing.
Perfect.
It was flawless.
It was great. And I think that there is no way that the girls at the villa would have explored the guys at the villa had they not seen that.
Right.
Right? Correct. So I loved that. I absolutely loved that. We had, everybody getting ready for the heart rate challenge. The girls, while the girls were still getting ready, the guys got swept away to Casa Amor. They met 6 new girls. And then those girls did the heart rate challenge
with the guys,
with our existing villa guys.
Right.
And then the girls watched. So it was great. I think that there were a couple of standout guys, Casey and Corbin, that made it very clear that they are like,
right,
we're here.
Right.
We're in this.
Yes.
And then the Villa girls, the next day, after having watched the heart rate challenge, after having watched that, after having spent a night alone in their beds, were introduced to 12 new guys. I don't have hope that many people are going to have new couples. Do you?
At first I did. And now, because the first time when they introduced Casa, especially the guys were like, this is going to screw everything up. And the girls were so done with the guys. Like, the girls were so done with that.
I was hopeful at first.
Yes, me too. And now I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I see it now. Not as much.
I think, so Alana, who Zach was partnered up with, she rightfully sent home.
Right.
So she's out. So Zach's going back to Kata. I think our only thoughts, I think KC might pick someone new and Corbin might pick someone new. And then I think Caleb will take a girl home because he didn't have a connection at the villa.
Correct.
But like, I think Sincere's going back to Melanie. Bryce is going back to Trinity. Zach's going back to Kata.
Yeah.
I think like Casey, Corbin, and maybe Caleb.
Yes.
And like Caleb, that's boring because we assume he's going to.
Right.
And then Casey and Caleb, like, they're slimy. Like, okay. But I think what's annoying me is that they keep, and then Bryce is cute that he's like, I miss Trinity. Like right now, Bryce and Trinity are my favorite couple.
Yes. Yes. They actually like, I believe
that they like each other.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
After seeing
because
their
for a while I was like,
reactions.
I don't know if they actually like each other. Like, I think we were both like, or do they actually?
Yeah.
But I think they do. So they're my favorites, Bryce and Trinity. And at first we hated Bryce. We were like not on the Bryce train.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Yeah.
Now I'm liking him. So I like him and Trinity, but everybody else I don't have faith in. Like everybody else is going to go back to their couple. The girls, what made me crazy was they are like, I miss so-and-so. It was like, I miss Casey.
Right. When Melanie and
Sincere.
Yes, Melanie and Anaya, they were like, pss, 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 I miss him. And I'm like, I get it, but also I am proud of Melanie. She has shown a lot of personal growth, I think, based off her reaction. I think she was the most level-headed after watching the guys go to Casa more and watch their videos of the heart rate challenge. She was the only one being like, this is a good thing. It's a good thing that we're seeing this because we know what they're doing and now we know we can explore. And I thought she was so mature in the way she handled it. I was very impressed by her. And before I was like, get her out of here. I can't stand her.
I feel like, okay, here's my thing. I feel like Melanie this season is doing the same thing that Huda did last season, where they like start off super strong and they're like super emotional and like make for really good TV at the start. And then all of a sudden a flip switches and they're like peaceful and normal and everything's fine. Like, because Huda did the exact same thing last season where she went from being like such drama to then like super level-headed. And I feel like Melanie's doing the exact same thing where like she was the drama and now she's level-headed again. And they just like I don't know if producers say something to them. I don't know if like they realize that America's like based off of like the votes that like America's not vibing with them. I don't really know. But for some reason like the same thing has happened to both of them two seasons in a row. And I'm like, what is going on?
That's very true.
And it makes me feel like I don't know if it's quite so authentic, you know, because Huda's outside of the villa. Huda now is in some deep trouble.
Yeah, she sure is. That's a good point. I remember the last thing, like Huda was very relaxed when Chris, I think she ended up with, and then they were in the finale and she ended up walking through the water and leaving him on their last date or something. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with Melanie and Sincere, but I'm not
a Melanie and Sincere fan.
No, I cannot stand Sincere. I cannot stand him. I I don't love any of the new Casa Amor boys, if I'm being honest. I thought they chose to keep some of the ones I would not have chosen.
I think a lot of people online agree with that. They're like, why did we get rid of the guys we got rid of?
Right. I'm like, there were some on there that I was like, there were some on there that I was like, please keep these ones. Please. And they sent them home. I was like, this is very confusing. Truly. I think, you know who surprised me? So I don't dislike Corbin. I don't understand. I guess I like him.
Melanie.
I really think he's funny, and I feel like he's just a goofball who's having a hard time expressing himself, or like, I just don't understand him yet. But in the last episode, watching him with the new Casa girl who has an accent, I don't remember her name. Mm-hmm. I think they are so funny together. Parmita. Yes. Their conversation in the last, most recent episode, so this week on Tuesday, they were cracking me up. And I was like, I really like them together. They were bouncing off of
each other well.
Yeah, they have really good matching personalities. And I feel like she's bringing out that fun side of him. Whereas what I said last week, Mackenzie and him are just physical. I don't see, they don't vibe as well as those two do. So I'm happy. I don't know.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention the first episode of Casa where the girls finished watching the screen.
Yes.
And then Kenzie and Kata got up and started screaming F you to the Casa. Yes. And then Kenzie was very aggressively slamming the ground and doing the splits and screaming at the sky. And I was like, what is going on? You're what? Okay.
I think she's a goofball, and I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't have joined her. I can't do the splits, but I probably would have been yelling at them as well. In that moment, I probably would have been shrieking with her, but she cracks me up. I know a lot of people don't like her and think that she's bizarre. I think she's funny. I think she's such a goofy individual that I like watching her. I don't know.
You have more patience for these people than I do.
I think she's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's definitely more tame now. I miss her facial expressions and her goofiness. I feel like now she's trying to be very sultry and this sexy girl. She's forgetting her fun goofy side. But I'm just glad that her and Corbin, I don't think they'll get back together. I don't know. I don't have a lot of hope for these people, but I am hooked again. I am hooked on it. And I am hooked so much so that I had to start watching UK for the first time ever, because I need more than one episode a day. I simply can't just do one episode per day. So I started UK, and I'm only 3-4 episodes in. That is good TV. The way that they introduced bombshells and made them decide who went home was such juicy. That was such a juicy way to do it.
You're watching the most recent season, right?
Yeah, the current season of it. And
I need to catch up. I think I need to catch up on UK. I do really like UK. UK, it's a little, I don't mean to say this in a bad way, but it's just a little classier.
It is. It's they talk.
Yeah, I don't mean it in a bad way, but they aren't just it's less sexualized, I think. And it is still, but they're in bikinis and they're kissing and they're doing challenges and stuff, but it just is a little bit more toned down.
It is.
And it feels more realistic. I don't know.
Well, no. So I'm on episode 4. So my initial reaction to UK is there was one couple that kissed on the first night. There was only 2 people that their lips touched in the first episode or in the first night. Okay. And everyone was like, oh my gosh, they kissed. Did you hear they kissed? Did you hear the juicy gossip that they kissed? And I'm like, the first episode of ours, it was everyone kissed everyone 5 times.
Yeah.
And not just kissed. I'm talking, these people did a nice little cute kiss, a first date kiss. US, they're playing tonsil hockey with everyone in this whole villa 5 different times in the first night. And I'm sorry, but last night's challenge where they actually did like the Casa versus the Villa. I'm sorry. That I had to like I could not watch that. I had to fast forward.
I have text messages from you that say, where are they? Where the heck were we texting?
Oh, here. Last night. Yes.
This is in all caps. This is so weird. And then 4 minutes later, I'm so uncomfy.
Right? And I'm like, it was just so weird. Like, I don't need to watch them do that. Like, that to me is just so uncomfortable. And I don't know. UK, they're actually talking and like getting to know each other. I'm very
So who do you like from UK just in the episodes that you've watched?
Okay. I really liked Ellie off the rip.
Okay.
I cannot understand a word she freaking says.
No, but her accent's so cute.
She has the thickest Scottish accent I've ever heard, and I can maybe understand like every third word. Do you put
closed captions on?
Absolutely.
Okay,
if I didn't have closed captions on, I would have no idea. I love their accents. I need to get better at understanding them, but I really like Ellie. The guy who Robin, she's the funny one. She's hilarious. I think her name's Robin.
Mm-hmm.
She cracks me up. I feel like the guy she was initially coupled up with comes on way too strong. He's like, he is ready to propose and find a wife. And I feel like it's coming off very aggressive. Like the guy who really likes you, who won't stop no matter what. And he's just like really pushy.
I'm trying to think of who that is.
Oh, I don't remember. Blonde hair, super sweet.
I know who, Ben or something, not Ben.
I don't remember their names. I don't like Lorenzo.
No.
I don't like Lorenzo. I don't like
Aiden.
Jasmine. Aiden, I don't like him. I don't like Aiden. He seems like try hard. I don't like any of the guys, honestly.
I don't like the guys either on UK. I just think, no, that's not true. I like how Fitzy is what their nickname is for him. Sean.
Who is that?
Sean. You know who he is.
Sean.
He's the one I said I thought looked like my brother.
Sean. Listen, I'm trying to keep. I just got 12 new bombshells in my
Sean and Lola.
Sean. Oh, okay. I like Lola. And he has the super blonde hair.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I do like him.
Buzz cut blonde hair. Yeah.
Yes, I do.
He's by far my favorite guy.
Yes, I agree. I like Opie, but I would not. I like him as someone to have around, and in the villa, I would not want to talk to him if I was there. Like, I don't like him that way. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't.
You would like to
be
hang out with him. Yeah.
Yeah, but like romantically, I don't think I'd have an interest in any of them at all.
Yeah.
Yet. I don't know. I'm not attracted to them.
I've had a hard time with the guys so far, and I don't know how many episodes I've seen, so I don't want to spoil it, but like I just feel like the guys band together against the girls, and the guys like when they're all together, they're kind of immature. You know? Like I feel like in individual conversations,
every single
season
is too. I don't know. I don't have many thoughts on UK yet because again, it's just filler for me right now. But
you watching it though is going to make me start picking it back up because I haven't watched it. Fun. I haven't watched it in the last week or two, so I'm several episodes behind. So I need to pick UK back up. So you watching it will make me pick it back up.
You should. I'll probably have to watch it tonight to get my fill. That's like what it is, like when I need a fill. So
when you're like,
okay, so
episode, but
exactly. So speaking of like US, UK, like bringing all this stuff in, I want to talk to you about the World Cup. Okay. I am moving on to this. We're talking FIFA World Cup. I couldn't care less about the game. Okay. Let's just make that very clear.
That's why when you said I want to talk the FIFA World Cup, I'm like, I got nothing to say. I'm sorry.
No, this is not about the FIFA World Cup. Anything. That's the umbrella term here. Okay. So the FIFA World Cup, I will say soccer is a sport that I could sit and watch. I actually do enjoy it. I don't know. I did take time to understand how this works because I didn't understand.
I know there's like the squads at first where there's like there's like squads of 4.
Yes.
And then they do something, and then there's not squads of 4.
Correct. So it starts in the group rounds, which is what we're finishing up right now. And so there's 12 groups of 4. And so it's like 4 countries, and they all play each other. And the winner of the groups move on. And then there's some others that get trickled in. But then they move into like the 32 round. So like the top 32, whatever. And that's when you start like knocking people out one by one. Right now, you're just playing the same 4, like the 4 teams will play each other, and whoever has the most points like advances. So that's all I care about. Whatever. I can't follow any more than that. What I want to talk about the World Cup is I have been having so much fun on World Cup TikTok. I keep seeing like it is a party in the USA right now. So the US, Canada, and Mexico are hosting the games, right? And for example, my favorite so far has been, I think it's Scotland that was playing in Boston. And there's just bagpipes going down the street in Boston. They're putting traffic cones
on things.
Yes. Yeah. And it is so amazing. Like Japan was in Texas, and this guy was like, I want to go ride a bull, and he's bull riding. And it is the most soul healing, amazing thing I've seen. It is so wholesome. It feels so amazing to see everyone come together and do this. It's been awesome to watch. What I thought you would love is a news story that I read about where people who are coming for the World Cup to the US are taking back ranch dressing to Europe, wherever, because they can't get it there. And TSA has been confiscating so much ranch dressing. They're like, make sure you are buying the proper size because we're taking a lot of ranch.
Well, they're saying, they put out a notification that said you must put it in your checked luggage. You can't carry it on. Like ranch has to go in your checked luggage, not your carry-on.
It's like a mini thing.
Yeah.
Right.
No, there's been a ton of stuff. Like that's the side of the World Cup that I'm keeping up with too, is like the TikTok side of things, and like people like going to Buc-ee's for the first time and like stopping in at Walmart and like, I want to get some quintessential American snacks. Like, what would you get? And somebody's like Twinkies and honey buns. And then some lady walks by and is like an unfrosted Pop-Tart with butter on it. And like, so there's just like, some guy was like, I watched one this morning where the guy was like, I just had a steak and a glass of wine, and I got my steak medium rare, and it was the best thing I've ever had in my life. And I got it from a place called Longhorn. And I was like, really? Longhorn Steakhouse is the best steak you've ever had?
It's like going to Texas Roadhouse or like Outback Steakhouse.
Not that like Longhorn does have decent steaks, but like it's not like he went to like this bougie chop house where they have like insane steaks. I went to this place called Longhorn, and I was like, okay.
It's so good. Like it's so awesome to see that though. Like that has been filling my cup so much the past couple of weeks. There is one player in particular who I have a slight obsession with though, and I never knew who he was before.
You wrote this in the notes. I have no clue who this is.
His name is Erling Haaland. Okay. He plays for Norway. Okay. Now, let me tell you, he's not the cutest, okay? His face-wise, he's not the cutest, all right? But if anyone listening to this has not watched a World Cup game, put on Norway's next game. This man is 6'5", 200-some pounds, and is like one of the best players in the league. 6'5", you should not be able to run like a soccer player, okay?
He has got one of the strongest jawlines I've ever seen on a human being.
This man is a Viking. No, he is pure Viking blood. This man is 6'5", long blonde hair. Like if Thor was a real person, he's a little less handsome than Thor, but build-wise, he is Thor.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, I said what I would tell producers to put on Love Island for me. It'd probably be like a cuter version of him. Needs to walk through that door, okay? So
I think just some of the pictures, he's like running and stuff. And I think that's the issue, is that he's like exerting himself. And like anytime anybody's exerting themselves like that, you make a nasty face. And like I do too. So
get on Erling Haaland TikTok. He's hilarious. He mocks the refs. He mocks the other players. He is just like the goofiest, funniest person. But like when he runs, imagine you're 6'5". That's big, okay? But you're also very built. You're not scrawny. You are a big man, okay? But you can run super fast. And the way this man runs, he puts his head down and his back is like higher than his head, and he is bulldozing through these people, because I think most soccer players are small, scrawny, like they have to be aerodynamic to run really fast. He can just take a hand and he's like the Hulk running down these soccer fields, okay? But he's also their best striker, so he is scoring all the goals, and people can't stop him because he's huge. He's massive. This guy is crazy. I'm obsessed with him. He's married. I'm married. He's so cool and he's so fun to watch. But like, he's the closest thing I've ever seen to a Viking, and I'm so into his side of TikTok right now that it's like everything I see is about this man. So if you want to watch a game, I highly suggest watching a Norway game and just watch for this man, because he's bananas. My favorite TikTok is of him where he just goes and rips a kick at the ball, and like 2 feet away from him is someone trying to defend him, and the kick goes straight to the guy's face, where the ball like inverts his face. It looks like you can just see such a strong kick blowing this guy's face away. It's amazing. It's the funniest thing. So FIFA has been, it's caught me out of left field because I didn't think I'd enjoy it as much as I have been, both for like the wholesomeness of people visiting the country and like traveling, but also for this Viking man who is dominating the sport right now. It's been so much fun. So that's it. That's all I had to talk about.
I've got nothing else to add because I haven't watched a single game, and I probably won't. So, but
I'll send you the next TikTok about him.
I've really been enjoying the TikToks. So
yeah, it's good. It's fun. Yeah. Cute.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I had. I have no clue who's winning. I have no clue who's losing. I have no clue where we stand as a U.S. team. I don't know, but it's fun. Mm-hmm. It's fun to watch. So, okay. Well, I think we need to call in Mr. Teddy, right? Is it time?
It's time. Let's get him on the phone. We will be right back. Okay, we are back. Hello, Mr. Teddy.
Hello, how are you?
We're great.
Doing pretty good.
We're great, Mr. Teddy. Welcome back to the Tea with Honey podcast, Mr. Teddy.
Thank
we
you.
are so happy to have you. Duly noted. We are both, as we were bringing Mr. Teddy back to the podcast, there was a restock of Pokemon on Walmart's website. So we are both hardcore in a queue to see if we'll get anything. So bear with us if said thing happens. And
I'll try to
wish us luck.
Yeah, I'll try to step in should that happen.
You know what? Just say pause, alert, I'm checking out or whatever, and then tell us what you get, okay?
Okay.
So this week was Eclipse, the third movie in the Twilight series, the third book. I think before we start with like your thoughts, were you excited going into this one? What were your thoughts going into this movie?
I think this was a fork in the road for me. We were either going to go somewhere like dark and treacherous where I was going to have to watch 2 more movies after this one, or I was going to come out like feeling okay, and I think it was the latter. Like I'm happy about that.
Okay. Well, I'm going to let Mandi read through our questions again because as per tradition. Yes. And I'm going to let her take it over in terms of interviewing.
Okay. So first and foremost, I too was thoughts before the movie. I did not want to watch this movie. I was like, I don't want to do another one. And to be completely honest, I watched it this morning because I was like, I have to do that. I did not want to watch it. So before we get to like overall thoughts and feelings about the movie, let's just get into the nitty gritty here. So right now in the third movie, in Eclipse, we are like in the thick of Team Edward versus Team Jacob. At this point, who do you want to see Bella end up with?
I think right now it's switched back to Edward. Go Vampires.
Okay. We're back on Team Edward.
I think he's proven himself to be like a little bit more stable through things. And Jacob's sort of going off the rails, and like he's kind of like catty and sort of I don't know. He's always mad, so he just doesn't seem like a good fit long term, you know?
Okay. He's very broody, you know?
Yeah,
Just
he's
always
sort
like,
of, I don't know. He's sort of showing his buttocks a little bit in this movie.
Sure. Yeah. We see a lot of Mr. Jacob in this movie. And I really like this movie. I'm just going to say it probably because of that.
Can you imagine sleeping in a tent with him, like cuddling up to his like...
I can't even imagine being like 5 feet away from him and just looking at him like that. He is perfection. Okay, so I feel like we are in the thick of like Taylor Lautner perfection right now too. Like he's fine, like he's filled out, he's older, he's not that awkward, like long hair, short hair. Like we are in Chef's Kiss Taylor Lautner era right now, and it's great.
He's rocking the cargo shorts. Yep.
Oh my God, yeah, and he can rock them. So did you find, this was my initial thought at the beginning, Edward continues to ask Bella to marry him. Okay. Did anyone find that like off-putting or like funny that we keep getting the marry me? No. Like, is that weird to anyone else? Because to me, he's pushy. He's a little pushy. What do we think about this?
I think he's pushy. But it's also, I ignored a lot of that part of the movie. Like their whole dynamic, I kind of ignore. Like I tune out in those scenes where it's them pining over each other. I just sort of go, okay, yeah, I get it.
Listen, surprisingly for me, no. Like like he's a man who knows what he wants. And he's like, listen, I know we're going to be together. Marry me. And is it weird that she's like 18? Yeah.
For sure. And he's 500 or whatever.
Weird. That's weird. But I remember at least reading this, and I think that I'm just holding on to how I felt when I read it for the first time or when I watched it for the first time, was like, he really wants her. That's his way to like commit to her forever. And like, she's going to commit to like becoming a vampire. Right. And so he's like, I want to do it this way. And I at that time thought it was very romantic. And so I think I'm a little bit biased because I've had that like perception of it before. I could see how it'd be off-putting. Granted, because she's 18.
Right. I think they have more pages to kind of create that emotion for you in a book, but like it doesn't really come off the page into a screen the same way.
Yeah.
It's just naggy and you're like, this is creepy. Like, get over it. She said no, like wait 6 months. I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
Marry me. No. I could not get over that one scene. Like when she just like shut him down so nonchalantly. It kind of, it wasn't as off-putting for like on him in my opinion, but for her to just keep saying no. And she's so stubborn and like change me. I'm like, you love him. Like who cares? Don't you want to be with him regardless? Like he can change you in 20 years or whatever, in 5 years. So I don't know. They're both really stubborn. She irks me more with all of her no's than he does. Yeah. With all of his like questions. So I don't know. Okay, Mr. Teddy, which character would you trust the most to protect a loved one?
Like between Edward and Jacob?
Yes.
Gotta be Edward. He's got a deep network.
That's fair. Okay.
They're professionals, you know?
Yeah.
I think
they
they have people all over the world, and it just seems like they have more skills too.
Yeah, they like know they'll be here in 4 days.
Yeah.
She's to your right.
Yeah, they have people can like inflict pain upon you remotely and like read your mind, and it's way different.
Control your emotions and yeah.
That's very fair. Now, would you rather fight alongside a vampire or a werewolf? I feel like that goes hand in hand here.
I still think vampire. I don't know. Like the wolves are cool, I guess, but they have a limited scope of things they can do. They can bite and run and growl, but like vampires can do so much more. Again, they have a global network. They're like the Illuminati. I don't know.
They're so much more advanced.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't compare it when it's like the dogs from the woods versus the people who are global, right? I totally see what you're saying. I think I have like the drunk goggles on, but for Taylor Lautner, where every answer is going to be werewolves for me, where it's like I will 10 out of 10 times pick werewolves over the vampires. Because heck yeah, I want a giant dog fighting over me. And when she pets him and he's like, I'm like, yes, I want to pet him.
I think the vampires are better though because they're always vampires. Whereas like the werewolf guys, like when they're not, they're just rocking jorts, hanging out, kind of like tackling each other. I'm like, I don't really want to hang out with this crew, you know?
Like, I mean, Taylor Lautner can tackle me in jorts any day he wants to. Okay? So I'm like, best of both worlds, baby. That's hilarious. So, okay. Here's towards the end of the movie, or this was the end of the movie, right? We know that Bella is setting the date for her to be transformed into a vampire now. What are you going to do between now and the date that you are being changed?
Probably all the things I can't do when I'm a vampire. I'm going to go to like every Golden Corral, all you can eat buffet, eat so much human food till I'm sick. Go to the beach, go on like a cruise.
Spend a ton of time in the sun.
Get like real sunburnt. It's just, you know.
Yes, very fair. You got to live it up before then. I feel like a lot of the questions here get a little repetitive, talking about like the cast and who would you be like best friends with. I know last time we talked a lot about Bella's dad, right? What's his name? Charlie. Okay. So in my opinion, I feel a little bit bad for Charlie, right? Mm-hmm. He's such a good guy and such a good character. Like, I don't know how he handles having Bella as his daughter at this point when there's two guys who are really freaking off the rails, like fighting over her in your house. Mm-hmm. You're like, all right, this is weird. Everything is so happening under his nose. And I don't understand how he doesn't see it, but like he's sitting at the table like stressing over these missing persons cases and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, he's a vampire trying to kill you." Right? Like I feel really bad for Charlie at this point. I really do. Do we think he's going to be let in on all these secrets or like I don't even know. What happens with Charlie as we move forward with this relationship and love triangle?
Well, you're just going to have to watch the movies and find out.
Well, what do we think?
I'm not saying this in a bad way, but like I think he's a useful idiot for how the story goes. Like he creates that tension that makes them have to hide it because Bella is like living with her dad, so everything has to be like secret and at night and like when they're gonna have like a battle, she's like, "We're going camping for the weekend." Like what a ridiculous excuse. So like I think that's kind of his place in the thing. I could be wrong. It could change, but I don't see him having much utility beyond that. I mean,
right. Like, does he get changed into a vampire too? I've never finished the series, so I don't know. But
I know the answer, so I'm not going to say.
Like, what happens when Bella becomes a vampire? If she does, like, I don't know. Is he going to be like, oh, okay, daughter? Like, I don't know. Yeah. I'm so curious. Like, you got really pale and your eyes are really weird and you can't go in the sun. Like, what's going on? And then it's like, oh, Dad, I'm a vampire. And aging. That's actually why, right. All these people that you're looking for, like, don't worry, I know everything. Like, just case closed.
Well, Jacob said there, he's like, don't worry. In like 100 years, everybody you know now will be dead. And I was like, that's kind of morbid.
Oh, yeah. Edward
Basically, he was like, don't worry about it. Don't sweat it, girl. I'm like,
right? Like, geez. So, I don't know. There's a lot of unknown because we're going into the last two movies, right? Like Breaking Dawn Part 1 and 2. So, this is it. Like, we are closing in on it. Do we think we need to watch both of them before next week when we talk about it? Like, do we, Teddy, that's a better question for you. Like, do we need to watch them both?
Or I don't know. I mean, we could split them up into 2 weeks. I think it depends on, it depends. Obviously, like the movies came out years apart or year apart. I don't really know. So like we could do, I'm sure we could do one of each.
Okay.
Or we could watch them both. That's up to you guys.
I'm like, I don't know, but I'm interested to see what happens.
One book, but 2 movies.
Okay, cool. So, Mr. Teddy, overall for Eclipse, how would you rate this movie on a scale of 1 to 10?
I am not a harsh movie critic, and I was pleasantly surprised. I remember I turned to Teddy and I said, "You know what? This feels like the first real movie in the series." So I'm giving it a 7.
That's great.
Yeah,
honestly,
if you could just ignore those like little droning scenes where he's like, "Will you marry me?" And she's like, "No." Those scenes were the worst. But if you ignore those, I think it had real substance. I think the dialogue's getting better. Yeah, it was cool.
I think something that you pointed out to me and something that you said you really enjoyed was like getting to know other characters' backstories.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I really enjoyed those. And they weren't corny, like they were realistic. And then the way they
Yes.
kind of like portrayed the emotion in them wasn't cheesy. So I was like,
I
actually,
think
that's
that's
pretty
like
cool.
probably another part of why I like you're leaning more toward vampire now is because like you're understanding these stories and like who these people were and like it's I remember like we watched the Jasper story and you were like I'm glad I know him a little bit better now. Like he
Yeah.
was just that
He was
weird
like from a
silent guy in the
historical
corner.
event, and like the other lady too. Like that's like a real like time period. I don't know. It's just they feel like real people connected to unfortunate stories, and so you kind of develop like a little bit more sympathy for them. You know.
Yeah, what's her name? Rosalie, the one sister who's always been really cold to Bella and her wanting to change. And like her story, that one like really stood out to me because I was like, that is bananas. And now, you know, people probably disliked her for the first two movies and now are like, okay, I understand more why you are so like you are the way you are and like questioning Bella, like, why do you want this? Like I didn't have a choice. Why do you get a choice?
Yeah.
So I think out of all the movies so far, this one is by far my favorite of the three, probably because you get to see so much like, you know, the backstories and all of those things. But also I feel like the actors and actresses themselves are like
a little better.
More mature.
Yeah.
They are good. I think Bella Swan, what's her name? Kristen Stewart. I feel like she hit her prime in this film too. Like she got there. We're good. We're like, I feel like her acting is much better than it was in the first couple of movies. So I really like it. You know what caught me by surprise though? Dakota Fanning. I was a big Dakota Fanning fan as a child, and to see her as like
a villain,
the speaker of the Volturi, I was like, whoa.
She was in the second movie too.
She was.
Yeah.
And then like today, how she's delivering all these messages when I was watching the movie, I was like, wait, you're supposed to be this sweet girl from like I don't know, from way back in the day.
From like Bridge to Terabithia or something.
Yes. Yeah. I'm like, what is going on?
But...
Or the one where it's like she has a babysitter in New York City and she's like this sassy little girl who's like bossing her nanny around. I was like, this is very bizarre. I don't know if I would have picked her to play that role because she was like delivering these really aggressive messages, but I'm seeing this like sweet girl with a sweet voice deliver the messages just with like red.
Well, I think that's
lenses.
how she was described in the book.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
See, that makes so much more sense. If I had read the book, then I would have known that. Huh.
But you can be typecasted as like an actress, you know? Like you can get associated with a certain role and then it's like hard to escape that.
Right.
And it kind of follows you no matter where you go, so.
Yeah, that's so fair. I love seeing a familiar face. And you know who else I noticed is in this movie since day one or the first movie? Susie Crabgrass from Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide is one of the random girls who sits at Bella Swan's lunch table at school. She doesn't say much, but she's there. Susie Crabgrass.
Angela?
I don't know.
There's
it's not
Jessica.
Kendrick or Kendra.
Yeah,
Anna
Kendrick, I think is Jessica.
Yeah.
What's
other girl's name?
Angela.
Angela Twilight.
By the way, while you're doing that research, I can buy ETBs if you want. I know we said we're going to leave the lines for those, but if you have changed your mind and you want me to place the order, I have the opportunity to place them right now.
Which set?
It's Chaos Rising. So
didn't you already get those? Don't we already have them?
I got you one. Yeah.
You're so sweet.
All
okay,
right,
so I don't need that. Stay in line for the prismatic stuff.
Of course.
If there's prismatic, put me down.
I am curious.
Yeah, it's Christian Serratos.
Okay.
Christian Serratos, known for playing Susie Crabgrass in Nickelodeon's Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide and Angela Weber in the Twilight Saga.
I can't get over it. I just love seeing her there.
Yeah, she's been in there since the beginning, but
Yes. I love it. I absolutely love seeing her. But yeah, I thought this was a good movie. So far, best of all of them. I think I'd give it like 7 out of 10 too. I think that's a really spot on review. So
yeah.
Next
6 would feel weak. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we like. Is that what you said? 6 would feel weak.
Yeah, 6 would feel weak.
My brain did not hear that for some reason. I don't know. I was like, sure.
Yeah.
I agree. I think 6 wouldn't be enough. 8 would be too much. So I think 7 is the perfect rating.
It feels appropriate. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I totally agree. So next we'll have Breaking Dawn Part 1 for next week. Mm-hmm. And I feel like we're all excited now, right? Mr. Teddy, are you feeling like eager beaver?
Yeah, we got to see what happens.
Okay.
I feel like next week I have to read these interview questions because you didn't even know what was happening in this movie. I have
no clue.
I feel like since neither of you have seen or read these books past this point, like I should interview here.
You need to be asking
because this isn't even like a Mr. Teddy interview anymore. This is like a Mandi and Mr. Teddy give their thoughts on Twilight.
Truly, I'm trying really hard to like understand and be like a Twilight fan to ask these questions. But like I don't know. I'm flying by the seat of my pants here. I think so. Yeah. I think that'd be great.
Since you're like, what's gonna happen with Charlie?
I have no clue.
I truly have no idea. Okay. I don't know. What year did these books come out? Well, no, I should say even movies. What year did
the movies
Twilight
came out when we were in like high school?
2010.
Yeah.
Okay. So the novels, Breaking Dawn was in 2008. Mm-hmm. So I was a freshman in high school. Yeah. I doubt I was spending my time reading that.
Breaking Dawn came out the summer between 8th grade and 9th grade for us. I picked it up on my way home from camp and I read it.
Let's see. I don't know what I was doing that summer. So Breaking Dawn Part 1 came out in 2011. So like junior, senior year of high school, I don't remember or recall seeing these movies. And so I was at the shooting in the dark here. I'm sure, you know what? I love that. I think next week you're going to have to ask us some good questions.
I'll do that.
Okay, cool. Well, I think that wraps it up on Eclipse. Now, Mr. Teddy, you're not done yet, okay? We've been really excited to talk about some TCG updates, okay? Because obviously you're still queuing. You're still in the thick of it. Do you have any updates? Like where are we at? What's been changing over the past 2 weeks since our last conversation?
I have been really enjoying just stopping into local card shops and just seeing what rolls in. Like I said when I was in the store, I was like, they're like, what are you looking for? I was like, nothing really. It's just kind of like looking for seashells on the beach. Like I'm just going to see what the next wave brings in. Wow. So that's how like the
seashells on a beach is a cute way to describe it, you know?
Yeah, such a good analogy.
Really,
might not be.
You just because I don't know, like because I turn the pages and I'm like, oh, there's that thing again. Yep. And then eventually I'm like, oh, wow, whoa, what's that?
Yeah.
And so then I pluck that sucker out and then I take it home. But
I really love that. That is a really beautiful way to look at it.
Yeah, the thing that I'm focused on right now is just processing all of my backlog from my collection from like 5 years ago. Yeah. Because I have mounds of cards that are in good condition and then I like took care of them and stored them well. So it's just processing them and putting them in the collection. But I'm going slow because it's letting me get acquainted with different sets, different like I don't know, kinds of things in the cards, like understanding the difference between like a holofoil and a Cosmo foil. Like I didn't know what that was. I had to really research that. And so I'm just learning a lot by going slow. So yeah, like I'm not in a rush, I guess you could say.
That's great.
I don't really have like a chase card or anything. I just am enjoying like feeling like a novice again.
Yeah, I love that. You answered one of my other questions because I wanted to ask if you had like a wish list going or cards that you have an eye out for, ones that you really want to add to your collection at some point. You're just like letting it come to you.
Yeah. I'm not only that, but I'm also pretty hesitant to just buy stuff, especially if it's beyond like $10 or $20 because I know the market's pretty hot right now with individual cards. And so I don't want to get in like a FOMO loop where like I just chase pretty shiny things that might come down in price in 6 months. So I'm sort of just like letting all that happen around me. I'm just focusing on the cheap cards that I see in the binders. If I happen to get blister packs from like a Dollar General, I'll grab those. But yeah.
I like that mentality. I think, I was telling Teddy this last week on last week's episode. I feel like when you got really into it and we were like, oh, we're going to the stores. Like, do you see anything you want? I started looking at like restock times of stores near me so I could like go seek cards out. And it just got frustrating because it was like the same things over and over again. And it just took the magic away. It felt like I was being let down. So I like the idea or the mentality behind the seashells, right? You walk in, you see what's there, and you just look at what's presented to you. And I feel like that's a really fun way to do it. You go to Target to pick up like new lotion, and then you see that there's Pokemon right there. Gorgeous, but not like seeking it out necessarily.
Yeah.
I think
Because
that's
then
great.
if you look at it mathematically, like you can create some kind of like driving loop where you hit this Target and this CVS and this thing and that, and then it's like, okay, so tell me how much gas have you spent and how much time have you spent going after a pack that you're trying to save $2 on when you could have spent $2, but you spent that on gas. So like, yeah, it's really, you got to like sort through your feelings on this and figure out what the best way is to experience it. And there are times when that's going to be fun. Maybe there's some coveted thing that you want to go chase, but you do that one time. You don't make that your life. And so I think I'm still trying to figure that out because if I do something, I like do it all the way, and I want to make sure I like don't do this all the way to the point where I'm like, all right, I'm burnt out
on
again.
it. You don't want to,
yeah. So I said that like last week or the one before that. I don't want to burn out, so I'm just going slow. Like I just watched freaking the original anime thing on the TV while I was waiting to come into this. Just to reacquaint myself with characters and then maybe go beyond that so that if I see like a trainer card, I know who that trainer is, and it means a little bit more than just like a rainbow flashy hollow foil card. Do you know what I mean? So
100%.
I think there's more to appreciate than just the products that you can buy off the shelf with all this.
Totally agree. I totally agree with you. I love the mentality. I think that's the way I approach it as well, as like memories from the show, memories from games. And I got really excited where it's funny you said like having like the data behind it. I knew that CVS would have tins on Mondays. I knew that Target would restock around noon any given like weekday. And, you know, Dollar General gets their trucks Wednesday night. So I should go check on Thursdays. And I'm like, that's not why I'm doing this. Like, I need to stay true to like what I want. And like, that's going and finding like something in a binder that fits my favorite Pokemon or ones that I really like, or someone that was my partner in Diamond and Pearl or whatever it was. So I think that's a good reminder. I think that's a really good reminder to have. Now, so far, this might be a silly question because I feel like you have such a good eye for ones that you really like and something that speaks to you when you see it. Do you have a current favorite card in your collection or no?
No. But that's an impossible question for me to answer. I have like some top contenders.
Yeah. Yes. Like top favorites at all. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the one that like really strikes me the most from the last week that like I got on my own. So I was gifted a card by somebody from Teddy Stream, which was like it's a really awesome card. It's right here actually.
Show us.
Yeah, here you go. So there's this one. Which like this isn't a card I was familiar with, but it's got the legendary bird trio on there, Articuno, Moltres, Zapdos.
Nice. Yes.
But it's like a card from 2019. So before
COVID. Is it a tag team?
Yeah, it is.
Hell
so
yeah, those are awesome.
There's like things like that.
I said that.
This one's not like an expensive card by any means. It's Pidgeot EX. I don't know. It's just a bird. There's like a $4 Spearow. I like put all this stuff aside because I knew you were going to ask about this. It's like $4 Spearow.
Oh, look at that one.
Yeah. Then this like objectively boring Radiant Alakazam cost probably 3 cents. But you can't really see it on the screen, but just the way that they have designed this and the Pokemon that it is, it's like classic. It's a cool looking card. So that was really cool to pull. But I think the coolest one that I got recently was in a binder yesterday when I was scrolling through. It's from the first movie, this Warner Brothers Pikachu. And it's so damaged. If you can see right there, it's got like a crease down the top. There's like ink all over it. The back is terrible, has no gloss. But I'm like, this is a reminder of how it all started. It was slinging these suckers around on the playground, you know, seeing who had what, not caring about value. So this is sort of like a grounding thing, which I was like, in near mint, this thing's nearly $50. I picked this up for $9 because it's awful. But it looks like the cards that I started with, so that was a must get for me. But again, I wasn't seeking that out, but I saw that Warner Brothers first movie thing. I was like, I did not know that existed. I'm getting it.
I think it's so special. Like, you are spot on. I love the way your brain is working with, you're collecting cards. You don't need to justify why you like them. You're saying like, oh, it's boring. No, it's not. Those are special to you. Like, you love what you love. And that's what makes a card collection so unique, so personal, and so special. And I love that. Will you send me a picture of all those? Because I want to see it. I think what I want to do is share on the Tea with Honey Instagram some of our favorite cards. So I would love to share those.
Do you want my favorite cards?
Yes, I want to know your favorite cards. I was just going to ask you. It's like you knew.
Wait, do you want to know now?
Yeah. Can you tell me now or no?
Well, yeah. So
maybe some of them.
My favorite card, I think that I have is my Epic Winnie the Pooh. Okay. It's the Epic Winnie the Pooh Hungry Bear card. He's cute. My dream card is the Enchanted Honey Wizard. I don't have that. So that's my chase card. Okay.
We're accepting donations.
We're accepting donations.
If
anyone just has an extra Honey Wizard, let me know.
Right.
I don't know. My whole Winnie the Pooh collection is great. Like, I really like the Winnie the Pooh collection. There's not a lot of cards in it, but like, I have a really full Winnie the Pooh page. My Honey Wizard, the classic Honey Wizard, is one of my faves. I don't know. Like, I really like some of the Toy Story cards that I got. I don't really plan on keeping them. I do think I'm going to trade them away, but like, they're kind of fun. I have a couple of really cute Bambi cards. Aww. I have a ever-growing collection of Teddy Ursa cards.
Yes.
My Teddy Ursas, I'm collecting Teddy Ursa and evolutions. Okay. So I have like Teddy Ursa, Ursa Luna, Ursa Ring, Ursa Luna.
Ursa Ring, yep.
It's Ursa Ring, then Ursa Luna.
Yes. Yep.
So I have them in the right order, but I have Teddy Ursa, Ursa Ring, Ursa Luna, and another one of my dream cards is an Ursa Luna card where the Teddy Ursas are in the background.
Yes.
And they're eating honey. So that's another one of my dream cards.
That's
and
a beautiful card.
As we've been like popping into different shops, I look for that one. It's kind of expensive. It's a pretty expensive card, but I look for it in like the cases and stuff in case I see it and I've never seen it. So that's kind of it for me.
That's so fun.
I will say though, for my Lorcana fans, there's a new set coming out called Attack of the Vine. The pre-release is on July 19th. And then like the full release, I think, is on the 21st or 22nd at like big box stores. But they just did a special, what they call is a lore cast yesterday, which was the 23rd, June 23rd, where they showed some of the new cards. So they showed the 2 iconic cards for the new set. They showed 1 enchanted card, and then they showed an epic card and just a handful of other cards. So I'm thrilled because they have a grouping of Winnie the Pooh characters in this, and there's a new epic Winnie the Pooh card, and I'm so excited. It's going to kind of be hard, I think, to track down because it's an epic card, and like, I don't have that many epic. That's not true. I probably have like 12 epic cards, but I've opened a lot of packs.
How does is epic like the top tier, or is that?
No. Okay. So it goes common, uncommon, rare, super rare, epic, super rare, legendary, epic, then enchanted, then iconic.
Whoa.
These TCGs need to chill it with the rarity.
I know.
Whoa.
It's confusing.
Wait,
like, so it
iconic?
goes legendary, epic, enchanted, iconic.
What is like iconic then? This is bananas.
They've released 2 iconic cards per set. The current set, Wilds Unknown, has the iconic Buzz Lightyear and the iconic Merida. And the iconic Buzz Lightyear is the card that's selling for like $10,000. Like, if you pull that iconic Buzz, it is so expensive.
What?
Like,
is
graded.
Is that raw or graded?
That's graded. I think the raw ones are going for like $5,000.
Okay, well, still, I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, it's the iconic Buzz Lightyear from the Wilds Unknown set. Bananas. And so I'm like, if I pull Buzz Lightyear, I'm getting poo. You know,
that's could been get like many poos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's from this last set. They announced the 2 new iconics for the next set, Attack of the Vine, and there's two of them, and they're doing like duels. They're called like teams or something. I don't know what they're iconic duos. I think they're called duos. And so one of the cards is Belle and Beast, and then the other one is Lilo and Stitch. And so they announced 2 new iconic cards. And if I'm being so honest, I'm glad that I don't care about either of them. I don't particularly love either of the cards, and I don't like either of them. I think what would have been really cool, but also like my worst nightmare, is if they had released an iconic Pooh and Christopher Robin. And then I somehow had to track down an iconic Winnie the Pooh.
Could you imagine?
It'd have been so expensive. And what are the odds of me pulling it? It would have been a disaster.
This house would be filled with rappers.
It would have been a disaster. So I think that for my sanity, the fact that it's not an iconic, it's not an enchanted, but it's an epic Winnie the Pooh is good for me.
Wow.
We also have a legendary Christopher Robin coming, and then we have a Tigger and a Roo. So we have 4 new, as far as we know from what they've showed us, 4 new cards, and we might have even more from like the Winnie the Pooh set. So
amazing.
I'm really excited about it, but that comes out on July 19th. Yeah.
They're cool cards. The Belle and Beast and then Lilo and Stitch are really cool cards.
They made them, they said that they're like the design on it, because they had the illustrator, like the head of illustration for the game on the Lorecast last night. And they were saying that like the inspiration behind those 2 iconic cards is to look like movie posters. They wanted it to be very cinematic.
Very cool.
Those are supposed to be very cinematic. So listen, I am not going to complain if I pull one of those 2 cards. Am I going to keep it? Nope. I'm getting Pooh.
But that's like,
sorry,
why
Lilo.
you open new cards. Like, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
You got to get what you want, right? Like, that's the whole fun of this.
And I think that's what's right. Like, I'm going to open it and hope that I get the cards I want. The Pooh, the Christopher Robin, the Roo, the Tigger. Great. But if I get something better, great. I'm going to trade. You know, like that gives you like that fun, like, cool, I can trade now. Like I have something worth trading for something else I really want. So, I'm kind of crossing my fingers that I get something good. I don't really want Lilo and Stitch or Belle and Beast, but I sure will take them.
Absolutely. How could you not? I think I opened
and
all
I do
those
have
packs with my parents. Go ahead.
I do have a booster box pre-ordered.
Good. Okay, so tell me this. Pre-release is July 19th. What does that mean? So like your booster box would come to you when?
So pre-release means that it's available at local card stores. So they give it to local card stores a couple days earlier, and then they release it to like Best Buy, Target, GameStop, like big retailers. So the pre-release is July 19th for local card shops. And basically what a lot of these local card shops do is they host events, like a pre-release event. So if you go to the event, you sign up and you get what's called a pre-release box, which has 6 booster packs in it. It has some dice. It has a little like just little things, like a little postcard, a little promo card, and it's a little pre-release box. And so you pay for that box. Usually they're like $40, $45. And you get all of those booster packs. So you go to the event, you get the pre-release, you do like you play in the store. Like they have like a game night where everybody plays together. And then you can also like pick up your pre-order. So I could pick up my booster box that day because I pre-ordered my booster box and my Trove, which is like an ETB, through my local card shop. So I'll be able to pick it all up on the 19th because they get them earlier than the big box stores.
That's so exciting. That's like really soon. I'm excited for you.
I really am hoping I get some Winnie the Pooh in there.
Fingers. I feel like you will. Right? I really like that Christopher Robin card. I think
the Christopher Robin card is really cute.
Yeah. And I mean, again, to your point, you could get stuff to trade to buy your Pooh. I think that's wonderful. I opened up all those packs with my parents and I got nothing trade worthy. So I'm like,
dang,
what do I do? But I don't want to keep like
at a hardware store this week. She got 20 packs.
Single packs. We got nothing.
Wow.
I got 5, my dad got 5, and my mom got 10, and we got nothing. So I'm like, at what point do I not spend money on those things and just like pay the money for a card I really want? Because like I haven't been getting anything that I really like, and I'm like, I can't just keep like buying that, you know? So that's why I'm holding out for my next card show to go like track down cards that I actually like, or ones that I want for my binder.
I think a part of it though too is you need to remember that like some of it's the experience. Like how much fun did you have sitting by the pool ripping those packs with your parents?
So much fun. Like I rarely do it. And
right, like you paid the money, and it's not, you didn't get any great cards to trade, but like you also had the experience. You had that like fun memory. Sure. Like you're going to remember that. Like,
Totally. Yeah. Absolutely.
I feel like you got to like find a way to quantify it. Like if you could just imagine like a pie chart, like for me, probably spending money to like just open stuff and hope is like, it can't be more than like half of it. Like what I spend, like it doesn't like sit well with me, but like other people, 90%.
Right. No.
So
I think
everybody's pie chart's
it.
A little different.
The problem is like I enjoy it when it's not fruitful. That's the wrong term. When I can like sit for not a long time, but like when I have a good amount. I want to do like a haul of it. I don't want to open like 2 packs at a time. Like I need a substantial amount to feel like I'm doing like a rip session. I'm sitting down, I have a good like coffee, or I have a good drink and snack, and like I'm here for a long time, and I have Love Island on or something. And that takes a while, and I can't get sets that I actually like. Like I keep opening Chaos Rising, and I don't like any of the cards really in there. And the ones that I like, I've bought singles of, and they're like,
I think you're kind of in the same boat that I have been with Lorcana, where like I got most of the cards that I like or want from Wilds Unknown, but it's fun to pull still because you can get cards that you can trade for other cards, right? If that's what you can get your hands on, because like I really want my Winnie the Pooh Enchanted, but I can't get my hands on Fabled. Like Fabled's impossible to find. So for me, like what is the next best option is opening packs that are available and hoping that I get things from those packs that I can trade. And I have been pretty lucky. Like I have a good binder full of cards, a lot of them from Wilds Unknown that are worth a good little, chunk of cash that I can trade towards Pooh.
Totally. Absolutely. I mean, so Mr. Teddy, the 3 legendary birds, your tag team, that's what I think the tag teams are like Unbroken. No, what's it? I don't remember what this set's called, but one of my dream cards it's a Sylveon and a Gardevoir tag team card, but that one's like my ultimate chase because it's like $500-$600, and so I'm like, I need something that's going to pay off that card. And Chaos Rising just isn't giving that to me right now. So I'm opening it and I'm like, I need to take some chunks off this card. And I've rarely ever seen it at any card shows. But to me, that's the fun of it, because that's like the card I really want. But how do you justify it? You have to spend some money to get it, right?
Yeah, it always feels so scary to be like, I'm committing $200 to this, but I just like blew a bunch of money on Pokemon sealed stuff this week. So it's like, it's like, am I a hypocrite, or am I just framing this incorrectly? I still don't know. I don't know yet.
I just gotta like spend within your means and just do what makes you happy, I guess, at that point. I know the Pokemon set, the next Pokemon set, Pitch Black, comes out around the same time as Attack of the Vine, it sounds like. I wasn't able to get any pre-orders in for that set, so I'm gonna have to like go in store and see if I can find some singles or an ETB or something. So there are some really cool cards in that set. And I'm sure the stores will start getting them soon where we could grab some. But I'm excited to get my hands on that one and see how it goes. Because I think I'm done with this Chaos Rising. It's just not been good to me. So I think I'm done with it. It is what it is. But I'm sick of it. The card I keep pulling is this darn Crocodile. I want to burn this card so
I think
hard.
I have that. I think I have like 10.
I think I can't stand that card. So anyways, I think I'm done opening those. But yeah, that's all I wanted to ask, Mr. Teddy. Thank you for showing us your cards and talking to us about those. I really appreciate it. Send me pictures of them because I want to share with everyone to see where our collections are at. But
of course,
that's all I had on that. I don't know, Teddy, if you have anything else to add.
I'm good. That's all I got for both of you this week.
Alrighty. Well, is that it? Are we done? Is that a wrap?
I think that's a wrap.
All right. Well, friends, thank you so much for listening to us yap on this week's episode. Mr. Teddy, thank you so much for joining us again to chat about Eclipse, TCG, all the fun stuff. Can't wait to watch Breaking Dawn Part 1 for next week's episode. And with that, that's all we've got for you, friends.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.